downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Play fake, Love. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught.
It's
inside the 25.
I'll do this for free.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Jaguars 0. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at
Noah Spence in on the stop.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Locke. He'll get this to Eckler. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 9 yards that time.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. From midfield, here's Locke. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check, check.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Out to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Watch the run, watch the run. Catch 61, matchbox, right. Box try.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lock. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Love to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
With the score
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st down. It's Cannon, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This is caught. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
He is no good. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake. Here's Love. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon. And guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 58-yard attempt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Play action this time with Love. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Love, they go play action now. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And now he's going to use his... And I think the ball's out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now he'll tuck it and run. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
So Mike number one, you better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All day, every day, any day. Switch.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Mike one. Watch the run.
On 2nd and inches, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Caleb Wilson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
The score, Jaguars 30, Steelers 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run with Cannon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Eckler, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run again with Cannon. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Jaguars 37, Steelers 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. McCann's got it teed up.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10. At their
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Kamu Brugier-Hill on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On second and 9. Lock. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the gun, it's Locke. Completes it to Samuel. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
There he goes left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trenton Cannon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Jaguars 44. Steelers.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
The ball carrier.
Devin McCourty brings him down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one.
Locke working out of the gun. to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Switch. What happened?
From the gun, Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Jaguars 51. Steelers.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he spins through. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. Off the play fake, Love. Being chased out left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Off play action. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A lot going to throw it here. He'll get this to Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
He has a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll be